Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 25 of Boyblue and Bigby. This is our creator spotlight on Jonathan Hickman. I'm Boyblue.
And I am Bigby.
How's it going, Mr. Bigby?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. How's it going with you, sir?
It's been good. To the listeners, I apologize for our lack of episodes lately. I have a puppy, and she takes up a lot of time. She's 5 months old now. She's getting older and less likely to just pee everywhere nonstop, which is good. Anyways, that's my official apology.
Yeah. And my apology is we both are trying to figure out topics for the next episode. So
that's true. So it actually kind of worked out because we've been planning the Jonathan Hickman creator spotlight for a while, maybe a month now. It's been a while since we've done an episode. But it happened to work out because he had big news.
Great news.
Yeah,
right?
So it seems like we did it on purpose, but we did not. But
Yep.
do you want to talk about that great news?
Yeah. So from the interweb, Boyblue here informed me, because he tagged me in the post, that Jonathan Hickman will be going back to write for Marvel. And he's taking on the X-Men. So that's sort of cool, in my opinion, because I'm not a big X-Men fan and just a Cyclops fan. So it's going to be interesting how he writes them and everything.
Yeah, I'm not a huge X-Men person either. I'm kind of lame. I've read Astonishing, which I feel like that's everyone's, like, if you've never read X-Men, read Astonishing, and I liked it. And I've read Uncanny X-Force by Remender, but that's more, I don't know, Wolverine. Darker. Yeah, darker. So I've read those. I've been meaning to read Morrison's new X-Men because I like Morrison, but hopefully, I mean, I'm hoping for the best for Hickman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has a tendency to kind of, like, he'll use some stuff from other people's runs, but he likes to kind of just do his own thing too. So I'm hoping it's kind of, I can just be like, oh, I know who Wolverine is and Professor Xavier and Cyclops, and that's, kind of it. I mean, it looks like he's using a huge cast though.
Yeah.
So I won't know.
So you saw that? You saw that picture that they posted.
Right. I guess what I'm saying is I'm hoping he's not going to be like, you need to know everything about all of these characters. That'd
be terrible.
Yeah, really bad at that. But it's exciting. I think they're mini series though. I think they're each only 6 issues. It's like House of X and Powers of X or something. And
House of X?
Yeah. I think that's what it's called. But Hickman I love his really long form storytelling. So I'm hoping these miniseries launch into an ongoing, maybe, but I don't know.
Connecting each other, or maybe they're like the Avengers and his run with the Avengers, like how they're separate and yet they're connected.
Right, but I mean, that'd still only be 12 issues though, combined.
Maybe because there's so many different mutant teams out there that he's doing the same thing, like X-Force, X-Men, Young X-Men, New Mutants, and then
Young X-Men.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. So I guess since we're talking Hickman Marvel, do you want to start off with some of his Marvel stuff?
So yeah. So I guess you could say, not to troll you, sir, I'm not much of a Hickman fan as you are.
Oh my goodness.
Like I read his stuff like in passing. I'm not like, oh my God, Hickman, kind of thing. I read his first run with the Fantastic Four a long time ago, and then I refreshed myself a few weeks ago, once we agreed to do Hickman for the spotlight,
Mhm.
I reread like the first few issues of Fantastic Four, and I gotta say, I I'm not much of a new Fantastic Four fan, like the new era stuff. I'm more of the classic Stan Lee and
Mhm.
them kind of fan. But with the new stuff, I think the thing that drove me into the new Fantastic Four was probably Hickman's run, where he introduces like the Council
Of reads.
of Reeds. Yeah,
Dude,
and I
I
thought, oh
love
wow, this
that.
is
I
really
love
cool.
that.
Yeah.
I eat that
Hmm.
up. It's that sort of sci-fi nonsense that I love about Hickman. Yeah, as soon as
Yeah.
I saw like Reed Richards from all these different universes trying to kill the Doctor Dooms of all the universes, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm cool with this. I
Well,
like
they
this.
don't. When the Reed, I guess, from our universe finds out what they actually do with all the Dooms, I was like, that is messed
It
up. Like
is.
they had them
Also,
like all
I guess we should
lobotomized.
say light
Hmm.
spoilers maybe.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of an older run, but yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
the sorcerer, big bad villain of the whole Marvel universe, hard guy to take down, is lobotomized in every single universe except for Reed's. So that was like pretty cool and interesting for me to see that, and finding out that his son pops up from the future to tells his sister something. I'm like, oh my god, I don't like time travel. That's
Oh, see? Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, a time travel stuff unless it's Doctor Who or Doctor Who related. And if there's a grounded realism story, I'll enjoy it. But if it's just like, oh hey, this that, like how they do with the this one and I think another one. Which one was it?
Avengers, Captain America, time
Avengers,
travels.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one too. I just like no, no, thank you, none of that, please.
Yeah. So the other thing about the Council of Reeds is it's messed up. They basically tell him like you'll only get so far with Sue, you
Oh,
know.
that's right. That
Like
was like cold
they're
blooded.
like you have to ditch her or you won't realize her full potential. I'm like, dang, that's rough. That is rough.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't stay with him.
Yeah, yeah, I
As
agree.
far as we know, wink, wink. You guys
Um
can't tell, but I winked.
yeah, so I uh got kind of lucky at half price books. They had the two uh hardcovers of his Shield,
Mhm.
which I haven't read before. So I figured I would just do a giant Hickman readathon. So I'm rereading Secret Warriors. I'll read Shield. I'll reread Fantastic Four and FF. And then I haven't read all of his Ultimate stuff, so I might try to
Mhm.
find that on Marvel
Half price
Unlimited.
books.
Yeah, because I've heard it's okay. I mean, it's good to know
Mm.
for Secret Wars.
Yeah,
Anyways, and then I've read Avengers and Secret Wars too, so I'm hoping to get maybe a little bit more
and the new Avengers
out of it.
too,
Yeah, right, right.
and then Infinity.
Oh
So
well,
a
yeah,
bunch of other
Infinity.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Infinity's along with Avengers,
Hmm.
but it's a it's an undertaking. But I'm
Mhm.
having actually I'm liking Secret Warriors more this time than the
Mhm.
first time I read it, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. Nick Fury's great in that series.
He is. I also recently just rereading the Secret Warriors one.
So what you're saying is you're ahead of me on the readathon.
Oh, no,
I
it's
didn't even
just
know
that
you
one.
were.
Yeah, just that one.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that one. I like that. Like I wasn't a fan of the Shield, Nick Fury, Agent of Shield. I wasn't a fan of it.
Mhm.
And then when I picked this up one time at the library, and I was like, huh, Secret Warriors, and I started reading. I'm like, huh, this is pretty cool. Like they introduced a whole bunch of characters at that point in time I never heard of.
Mhm.
Some of them I still don't know if they're like in the universe itself, in the Marvel universe. And I thought it was like really cool how he just got Nick Fury, Dum Dum Dugan, and Quake, and all these other basically no namers, and thrown them into a secret warrior kind of secret team.
Yeah. I feel like that run could have gone longer. I felt like the end was kind of rushed a little bit.
He
Because
was a busy man. I mean,
yeah, that's true. But I mean, there's like, I felt like the storyline with the kid who's like the god of fear kind
yeah.
of went nowhere. There was like the whole thing with the sword, and I don't know, that was kind of weird. And then you find out there's like 2 or 3 other Caterpillar teams, and you never get to see like their story. So I feel like he could have gone longer. Maybe he planned to,
Yeah.
and they just cut it short or something. But still a good run.
It is. It's really cool. The art is amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah. So do you like, if you had to pick one, his Avengers / New Avengers or Fantastic Four / FF? Where do you stand?
Avengers.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
I loved his Avengers run.
Yeah. Because okay, so we're gonna go on this. I know we both love this Infinity whole saga that he does.
Yeah.
Because
Spoilers.
yes, major spoilers. When you lent me the book, I was like, why does he keep raving about this? What is going on? And I see like these gold godlike creatures, and then these aliens who are unkillable and all this stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? Like they just split up the Avengers. They're like all over the place, in space, on Earth, and uh Inhumans and the moon. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I started reading it, and I was like, holy crap, they got a no-win scenario. And then the moment in that whole series, which I thought was really freaking cool, sorry, my French, pardon my French, was
How dare you?
sorry, was when they do a Captain America's plan once they go into space to fight these
The
what are they,
Builder?
creators? Yeah, the builders.
Yeah.
And they're like on what is it, the Accusers planet,
Oh yeah,
the
Ronan.
Kree,
Yeah.
the Kree planet. And they're like, you okay, we're gonna, you guys have to kneel and we'll accept your surrender. And then Thor's just like basically playing with his hammer, and he throws it straight into the air, and it flies past the moon or the sun, and he kneels, and the guy quotes word for word what Loki says in the Avengers, saying like, is this not your natural state, being on your knees? And then Thor just straight up calls his hammer back and kills that alien. And I was like, oh, sweet irony, what the heck is going on? And I see him just kill this unkillable builder, and I'm like, oh my god, I had chills after I read that. And
Yeah, I love that. I love that moment.
it's
it's pretty hard to beat, but I think that's like my second favorite. Well, no, that may be my favorite Thor moment of that run. But I also like at the very end. I can't remember what's happening. I think it's the oh shoot, I can't remember their name. The who are the like the Celestials? I think that's what they're called, something like that. He like him and Hyperion go alone to like fight them off, and
those
dies. I mean, like, so that's it's cool because it's weird because Thor gets like this amazing heroic ending, and then obviously Secret Wars undoes all of that. But I don't know, I just love Thor and Hyperion going together, fighting together, and just dying together. It's beautiful. They've got a great bromance in that.
They did
that run.
They did, but it was really, really cool how they just like kept fighting, and I think it was like a whole swarm of them that just. It was a swarm, right? It's like a whole bunch of them charged at once.
Yeah.
and it was intense. I'm not gonna lie. That whole his whole run gets intense throughout the storyline.
Indeed, and the big reveal of who whatever the name was that like prophesied, savior or destroyer,
Hmm.
or whichever you decide. Big reveal of who that was fantastic. I loved it.
Hmm.
Very good. I won't say
Yeah,
that, but and we've spoiled
yeah,
a
we'll
lot of
keep
stuff,
that.
but
Yeah,
I won't
but
spoil that.
this is a spoiler alert is in full effect here because the a thing that I did not like, but I was kind of glad they were sort of the focus villains. Well, in my eyes, was the Illuminati. Iron
Mhm.
Man, Black
Yeah,
Panther,
yeah.
Doctor Strange, and then all of them. They're like all trying to save the world behind everybody's back. And I'm like, why? You guys are idiots. It never goes right. I mean, Iron Man's the smartest dummy in the whole universe because he thinks like just because of a whole group of smart people they could figure it out. And no, all they did was put other planets and other universes in
In a bind.
jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And throughout the entire time, I'm like, oh my God, I just wish they all get what's coming to them. And then sure enough, they sort of do.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And I mean, so yeah, we're spoiling it by now. So super
mhm.
spoilers. So Namor is the one who finally actually does it, right? He like
Yeah.
literally, I mean, it's just such I could not believe they did that.
Mhm.
Like I was like, what? They just blew up
Yeah.
billions of people. Like he murdered billions of people
Yeah.
in a Marvel mainstream comic. And
Mhm.
they like if you actually think about that, it's like, what? I can't
Mhm.
believe they let that go. I
Yeah.
mean, it's insane. And the other thing I liked about the whole new Avengers multiverse thing is in Avengers they're dealing with the builders, and the builders just seem so unstoppable. And
Mhm.
then you learn that there's like builders in each universe too. Like you
Yeah.
meet the multiverse builders, and you're like, oh my gosh, we have to deal with these guys again. Oh no.
But yeah, and then I think it was the new Avengers where in the background another threat is like coming towards Earth, and that is our main man, our favorite Mad Titan,
Thanos.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Yep, that whole thing of Thanos like trying to get the whole gauntlet together, but secretly wanting to kill his offspring
Hmm.
as a main target, and that was really cool how they did that. And if you want to see Black Panther take on a Hulk-like creature, you got to read this one because he goes up against what's his name,
Black Dwarf.
Black Dwarf. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
it's
so
so cool.
yeah, those characters that you see in Infinity Wars. That's the name of the movie, right?
Yeah,
Infinity Wars?
yeah,
Yeah.
Infinity Wars.
Yeah, so they came from Hickman's run. Black Dwarf and whatever the rest of them are called.
What? You don't know the rest of their names? You
I
were
know.
like, when you saw them in the trailer, the first thing you told me was Proxima Midnight
That's
Star.
right.
Proxima
Proxima
Midnight
Midnight, thank you.
Star. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh, here, read this. That's when you
That's when I made
told
you
you
read it.
about,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, what's his name? Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glavis,
Oh man, so
Black Dwarf,
you're nailing it.
Ebony Moss,
You
and I forget the
no,
last one.
that's it, right?
No, there's another one.
Is there?
Yeah, because there's five of them. It's just in the movie they only use the four. The other one is like a mixture in one of what's his name, Ebony Moth. He's like a mixture of the two. Because this
Hmm.
one, forget her name. She,
Ebony Maw's creepy, man.
yeah, yeah, he is. The other one was a power use. Like what he does in Infinity Wars is what this one does. Like she takes over people's mind and turns them to her, or she eats their soul, something like that.
Ebony Maw's in it though.
Yeah. No, the other one, the one I can't remember her name. There's like five.
Well, I know Ebony Maw like messes with Doctor Strange in the
Yeah,
comics. Yeah.
yeah. But he uses words. He doesn't have any
Oh, gotcha.
power. Yeah, he uses words like he seduces him and whatnot. Hold on, I think I got it over here.
He's looking.
I is good
Which
thing I
one do you
keep
have?
these.
I mean, do you have the paperbacks or the?
No,
Oh,
the ones you sold me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's Black Dwarf. Where is it? Oh no. Let's see. Where is it? The great thing about this in his books is that each before it starts, they give you a name of the characters, the
Yeah,
cast and characters involved.
it is helpful because it gets
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
What is it? You know, it'd be better if I just looked on my phone, but I already have this in my hand.
You'll find it. I believe in you.
I hope so. I'll be very disappointed. Where? I'm reading a lot of captures. Like a bunch of them get captured.
The Black Order. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Black Dwarf, Corvus Glaive, Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, Super Giant. That's
There
the one
you go.
you have. Good
Yeah.
job. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You searched it up faster than I'm like looking like an old man looking through this book and like, oh, where
Super
is it
Giant's such a
at?
funny name.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I'm not sure why that's the name, but good memory. I forgot her. That's why I'm doing a reread, I guess, because
Yeah,
I don't know anything.
you have to,
'Cause
man.
she's the one who makes well, shoot,
Like the
is she?
X-Men.
Yeah, yep, you're right. She fights Wolverine and all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She uses her power to take over. What's his name? Ice Boy,
that's
Ice
right.
Kid, Iceman.
Nice boy.
And don't judge me. Again, I'm
Ice
not a
Kid.
whole X-Men fan.
I like Ice Kid. That's a good name. Kid Ice.
That's yeah. There you go. If he ever gets a son or a protege, which I doubt he'll get a son, but if he gets a protege, it'll be Ice Kid
Exactly.
or Kidsicle.
So do you want to move on to some of his creator-owned things? Or you
Yeah,
got more to say about his Marvel stuff?
his Marvel.
I feel like
stuff
we could
is
talk about his
pretty
Marvel
amazing.
stuff for like
Yeah,
the entire episode if you wanted to.
we could, but
Yeah.
again, you read most of his creator stuff. I've just read a few, which I just stopped reading because they were not my cup of tea.
Well, you've read East of West, right?
Yeah,
You like East of
love
West.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about East of West.
Hmm.
Go read East of
All right.
West if you haven't. Do it right now.
And a fun fact for those of you who are reading it at this moment, I believe it is becoming a television show.
Yeah,
Correct?
Amazon at least has the rights, I think. I think they're doing that in Transhuman, which I haven't read. That's one of the few ones I haven't read by Hickman. And I haven't read Pax Romana either. That's the one you read and didn't like.
Yep.
So
Again, time travel, don't like it.
don't like it.
Don't
Yeah,
like time travel.
it's on Hoopla, so I need to read that one and decide what I think. But so East of West, what a great series that is.
Yes.
Main character is the Horseman of the Apocalypse. Well, Death.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the Horsemen.
Who is a complete and utter badass.
He
Dressed in
is.
white with his white stallion.
So okay, so I'm glad you said dressed in white because I was thinking about bringing this up anyways, but it's not that important because we don't know the answer. But have you noticed how many characters are like completely white in Hickman's books? So you have Death, you have the Black Swan in Avengers, you have the Gorgon in Secret Warriors, the Familiar in Black Monday Murders is completely white. There's a character in The Dying and the Dead, actually a whole race of characters in The Dying and the Dead who are completely white. And I might be missing one, but Has that anyone know what that means? Like I'm asking like
His
listeners,
favorite color might be white.
maybe, but I'm talking like their bodies are literally, you know what I mean, like how death
Yeah,
is. Like that's a
yeah.
recurring theme
Pale.
in his stories, which is kind of strange. Like
Well, let's analyze this for a second. So death is the representation of being dead or dying, right? In his east to west. So he's all white because I think in the Bible he's represented as a white riding a white stallion, right?
you're talking about death,
Yeah,
like in biblical,
yeah.
maybe.
Because if I don't know, but this other stuff that he wrote where he said they're all white, I don't know if they're all like
So
they
yeah,
die
you're
easy or if they're like all characters that die in the series
well. Okay,
kind of
so
thing.
it's okay. I'm intrigued. I'll follow you here. So death is literally death,
Yeah,
like in East and West.
yeah.
The Black Swan in New Avengers, she's like a herald of doom in a way. Ha, 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 herald of doom. That's funny. I didn't mean to say that, but that's hilarious. Um, and but I'm trying to think. The familiar in Black Monday Murders is just creepy, and I don't know what's going on with them. But they like eat people, but they look
Do
like
they
people.
they eat people, so they're cannibals, or they're
No,
like,
that well, I mean, there's some sort of creature.
mm,
It's like they serve their masters, and in one scene, one of the characters wants them to eat someone, so they eat somebody. If
and
I
then
memory serves, and shoot, let me look up the Dying of the Dead. The
because
but
it kind of seems like that in East of West is killing a whole bunch of people. The Black Swan is Doom. These white creatures in Black Monday Murders are eating people.
yeah,
Like
they're not
he,
fantastic. Kind of
yeah,
creepy.
yeah. So I think he's using that color to alone to show that these people are the
Or
cause of so much doom, death, destruction, kind of thing.
that's true. And then Gorgon in Secret Warriors is resurrected, so death
Mhm.
there.
Did
The
we
one that
just
I
crack his spell?
well, I don't know. I mean,
This is
the one I can't remember, and because it's been a little bit since I've read it, is the Dying and the Dead. There's like a whole society of people who look like that, and I don't remember what that society does. So I can't definitively say their involvement, but isn't it is weird, right?
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
crazy. Like there's literally a white character, like their body is white in a lot of
yeah.
his stuff. I don't know.
Not like your skin color, my skin color. It's just
Like
like
it's
full on the color
the
white.
color white, yeah.
Yeah, not pale, just straight up white.
I don't know. So
Hmm.
if listeners you see Hickman at a con, ask him, and he probably won't answer you, but ask him anyways. I want to know. I want to know what it means.
And after the death of Johnny Storm, the Fantastic Four wore all white.
That's true.
That had
That's
nothing to do
actually
with
true.
anything.
Yeah. I mean, they're not all. Is there an all white character like that in Fantastic
Spider-Man
Four?
wears all white.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But no, not that I
I don't.
thought of. I just
Yeah,
thought,
I don't know if I
well,
can remember.
Doom in Secret Wars. I mean, he did
That's
have
true
like
too.
all white,
Yeah.
and he
Hmm.
was Doom. So
He was Doom. A lot of
hmm.
questions. Well, actually, one question.
Yeah, we should tweet him
Yeah, we
right
should.
now.
I mean, death is a theme of his books.
Yeah,
As Avengers starts with
everything
everything
dies.
dies,
Yeah.
which is like the greatest beginning ever. Anyways, I really wanted an excuse to bring that up. I'm not gonna lie. So as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, now's my chance.
You're digging. You're like, there we go. We got it. Uh,
Um, but East of West, I realized we didn't really talk about it at all. But I mean, it's so strange. It's like the apocalypse plus a western plus a fantasy and
plus,
plus an alternate history of the United States.
yeah,
it's fairly political actually, in a way, with like all the backstabbing. But and
That's politics for you.
yeah, Nick Dragata's art is fantastic.
It is. It's really amazing.
But I'm very excited to see how that pans out. I haven't been keeping up with the releases. I've just read the 2 deluxe editions, and when the third one is on my doorstep, I'll do a reread of the first 2 and then read the last one. Hopefully this year or next year. That's what I'm hoping.
We'll see. I mean, he's got his hands full as it is, unless he finished.
Well,
He hasn't,
I think
right?
supposedly he's scripted all of them. Supposedly, I think he's supposedly scripted East of West and Black Monday Murders. They're just kind of waiting on the art.
Oh, well, that would make sense. I mean,
So I don't think Tom Coker is the fastest artist. He's the Black Monday Murders artist. His art's amazing, but I don't know how fast he is. So yeah,
let's read this Black Monday Murder.
You should. So this is the thing. You'll either. I haven't read the one you didn't like, so I can't compare it. But you will either love Black Monday Murders or really hate it. I don't know which one. Like there's a lot of
there's no in between. There's no it's
yeah.
all right.
There's a lot of charts and graphs, and it's interesting.
Never mind. I don't want to read it.
It's very involved. It may end up being my
involved.
Favorite thing.
What is he going to have me do? Like, hey, go back and read your old algebra book. Go to page 347 to know what this character's name is. Like, what?
I mean, it's
how
like,
involved.
It's about the stock market.
Oh,
except with supernatural things thrown in and sacrifice and evil gods. Isn't that great?
No.
You should read it.
What are you reading?
Black Monday Murders.
Were you hugged as a child?
Yes.
Just making sure, because they should have cut back.
They hugged me too much.
Yeah.
It's probably I'm like I'm revolting or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rebelling.
They too much. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, what is your? I mean, of what you've read, what's your favorite Hickman thing? Is it Avengers?
Yeah.
Like overall? Okay. I think mine too. I mean, I like East and West, but I'm waiting to see how it ends before I can make a decision.
The thing about the Avengers one, and like you said before in the beginning, it says everything dies, and he holds up to his word. Like you mentioned, spoiler alert, Thor dies, and then there's a fight between Captain America and Iron Man, which ends up, I guess in a stalemate. But
yeah,
it's just like, okay, Hickman, you get it. What you say is going to happen. I mean, there's no turning back. Once you say everything dies, towards the end, you're just like, oh, he's lying. They're going to save the day. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Nope. At the end of the day, everybody dies.
Everything dies. That's true. Yeah, I love that beginning, and I mean, it's a Reed who says it, right? It's just like everything dies, blah 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 blah. Like Reed's so depressing, man. I like the Reed Richards undercover beard that he grows. One of my favorite parts of the series. So I think my one criticism of his Avengers is time runs out. It's a little weird that there's an 8-month time jump. And I know during that time, there's Avengers World, that series that I think was written by Nick Spencer. But I don't know. I mean, I've heard it doesn't really add a whole lot to the experience. It's just kind of weird that it goes from, it jumps forward that 8 months and there's that whole thing. But that's like my one thing. I would have liked a little bit more context as to what was happening for 8 months. Because that's 8 months of like potential incursions, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what I don't understand. Like for 8 months, like there were no incursions after there were like a lot, in succession. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think they mentioned that at some point, like say, hey, if an incursion happens and then it takes some time for the next one to, because they do create some like doomsday clocks
That's true. You're
to
right. They
watch
create
it. Yeah,
those bombs to
yeah,
blow them up. Yeah, and then Thanos finds those bombs.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he's like, well, these people have my respect. I'm like, okay, all right, Thanos. I mean,
You know, he's got a point. So I think we're kind of all over the place at this point, but I
and
think
then in Fantastic Four,
yeah.
the Human Torch dies by getting water thrown at him, and then
I think one of my favorite Hickman works is actually Nightly News, his very first work. And if you haven't read Nightly News, I suggest it. In fact, you haven't. I'm going to bring it for you. I'm going to bring you Nightly News.
hmm,
It's
and I will
very
bring you Berserk, which I didn't. All right.
um but it's very interesting. It's not your typical, paneled comic book. He does all the design and it's kind of like just like a picture and then you just kind of follow the speech bubbles and it makes sense, but then there's also charts and graphs. Um and there's like these little tongue-in-cheek things that are like if you don't care about the future of, education and your children, turn to the next page and continue with the story. If you do, read below. And then there's like a chart and just like weirdly guilt trips you. It's pretty great. And at the beginning of each issue, there's a little thing that's like the violence depicted in this book does not represent the author's thoughts and feelings. The author hugs puppies and gives to charity, or something like that.
I doubt that.
And
I doubt he gives to
yeah,
charity.
I mean, I made that up. I don't know what it actually says, but like before each issue, there's like something like that, and
Disclaimer.
yeah, and they get like progressively worse. Like the author, like I don't know, something awful twice. It says like some awful things, and you're like, what? Like,
He likes to run children over with a bus, yeah, and such and such. Like,
yeah, it doesn't go quite that far, but kind of close actually. It's really it's interesting. It's an interesting book.
I'm
I
worried.
feel like it's him like kind of unfiltered. Like you're just like, what? What are you talking about? Like I can't tell how much of what's in that book he personally believes. And that's why I like it. I'm like, you could be a little crazy.
He could be
Or
psychotic or just really funny.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not a funny book. I mean, the humor in it is very gallows, very dark, but
Hmm.
it's it's interesting. It's an interesting book.
Nightly news, huh?
The Nightly News. I learned from those charts and graphs. I learned things. And then I sounded like a crazy conspiracy theorist. I was telling my parents about stuff. And then they're like, oh, okay, calm down. Calm down, Sean.
Like,
Boy
oh,
Blue.
this.
What have you
Like,
been
oh,
reading lately?
They have been reading nightly news. You know that's not about the news in the world, right?
But it
That's what they
is.
want you to think, Mom and Dad. That's what they want you to think.
They're like, you're getting weird ideas. Let's tone it down.
We're gonna have to restrict your reading.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's some happy books. Barney and Friends.
That does not sound like fun at all.
uh, that's why that explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Well, do you have anything else you want to touch on? I feel like, we talked a lot of Avengers, which is perfectly fine with me because it's amazing. So yeah, anything else you got? You thinking of?
You know, this is an old story a long time ago.
Okay, very
I
good.
think Hickman was gonna sign autographs at Atomic Comics in the Chandler Mall like a long, long time ago. And I remember because I was gonna ask him why did he kill off Johnny Storm, but I guess because I think it was just like right around that time he killed them off, and he was gonna come to Atomic Comics to sign some stuff. And I remember I was like, I'm gonna ask him why he did that. I mean, what's the Fantastic Four gonna do? and he never. I think he canceled that time, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll never know.
That's a great story.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a Hickman kind of thing.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I
He
can't
just
argue with that.
crushes your dreams.
Yeah.
He killed my thought, and I was like, I'll never find out why. Or I could just read it, but I don't want to
I don't want to.
because it could be
Yeah.
sad and whatnot. And
You know, the issue when he dies or the one after with the thing
mm,
is pretty devastating. I can't remember what
don't
actually happens, but it's really
don't
sad.
even start Boyblue. I mean, there are a few comics that like I'll cry and I'll admit it, and I
Uh-huh.
could give a list of it. Several of them are in One Piece. Tell you that right now. Several of the stories are in the One Piece that you are reading. One is the one I talk about a lot is Deadpool, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That one broke my heart. And then the 6 months to live.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And then after Robin dies, Batman's real son dies. There's a whole little bit where Alfred does the virtual reality thing as to like he successfully stops Damian from going off and trying to save Batman, which ends up getting him killed.
Is that
And then Alfred's like,
is that in Morrison's run or is that in Batman and Robin? Can't remember.
I think it was Batman and Robin.
Because I think that's the Tomasi series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Because I mean,
like,
because Damien dies in Morrison's run, but I know,
yeah,
like, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Continue.
just that whole bit where Batman's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Alfred, you lost the son too," and I'm like, "Oh God, damn you, Batman!" Those are like the top ones that I could think of off the top of my dome. Oh, and Saga,
Oh, that's a good choice.
like
I
quite a few in Saga.
I cry at the end of Vision by Tom King each time. I don't know
The
why.
whole complete series, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I still need to read Volume 2. I know Volume 1 ends with the wife killing someone, right?
Yeah, well, you haven't read all of that series? Oh my
No,
gosh, man.
because I don't think the second one came out when you told
Oh,
me to read it.
well, shoot. That's what next episode. That's your assignment.
Tom King, Volume 2.
Tom King's Vision, the whole thing, because
And
that's fantastic stuff right there. Um, Anywho, we probably should figure out what next episode is. I was thinking
yeah,
while we were talking, like, I mean, maybe we could do something like that, like Vision, or
hmm
for some reason, I was thinking of Jason Aaron's Thor: The God Butcher. Have you read that?
I have.
You have.
It's like Volume 1 through what, 3?
Yeah, I think
4?
it's just like the first
4?
two. Yeah, with that whole God Butcher thing.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
one's
run.
pretty.
I don't know. I
See, that's
just
another time
that's a good.
travel one I was okay with.
Oh yeah, because there's the three Thors. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think maybe we should just pick a book and like talk about it. We can just
yeah,
spoil
I'm
everything.
okay with doing that. Yeah, okay, everybody. From this point forward up till episode 30, it's gonna be spoiler
Just
alert
picking a
for
book and
area.
spoiling it.
So this
Um,
time it's gonna be Jason AA runs Thor, the God Butcher.
oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to reread it.
Yeah, me too.
It's good though. I mean,
It is.
I love that story. I mean, I've said this a couple times. I continued with that run, and then I just the third volume was not as good as the first two, and I was like, oh no. But eventually, I'll read
Mm.
all of it. Another thing that I haven't read Marvel wise that I know I probably should is Annihilation. That whole thing, which I want to get to eventually because Ronan is awesome. Maybe we can
Ronan
do
the
that.
Accuser.
Yeah, the Accuser.
I think
Anywho,
I've read that one. At least one. No, maybe.
yeah.
I don't remember if I read that one.
But anyways, yeah, as of 2 seconds ago, next week or whenever I'm not going to
Yeah,
promise next week.
yeah.
Whenever we get to it, Jason Aaron's The God
The
Butcher.
God Butcher.
We'll be
And then the
talking
week
about it.
after that, Boy Blue's iconic run of One Piece. How he liked
Oh, that's true.
the
Yeah, so
Baroque works.
I need to get through Baroque works. I'm
Yeah,
pretty close. Yeah.
that's 2 weeks.
All right. Yeah, 2 weeks.
And the
I'll
week
do
after
it.
that, we got the Vision, Tom King's Vision, which I
Oh
will
wow. Look at
read. Yeah,
this.
look at that. We got
Yeah, 3
up
episodes. Wow.
to 28. Yep.
Nice. Well, thank you all for listening, and we'll be back hopefully next week with the God Butcher. I am Boy Blue.
And as always, listen to our award-winning
Oh, apologies.
episodes.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow us on everything that we got.
Yeah, and I've been killing it on the Instagram, in my personal opinion.
You actually have. That should just be called Boy Blue's Instagram.
Boy Blue's
I
Instagram.
I slack a lot. I'm like, okay, I'll post something really cool, and then I get like lazy because I got all these comics to read, and then
You can do it. You can
amazing book.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
6 chapters in.
What book is that?
83 pages. Peace and Turmoil by Elliot Brooks. It's a Dark Shores saga.
It's a
book one.
Good book. It's a good book.
It is. I cannot put it down. And I'll tell you how much I love this book, folks. I got a hard copy and a Kindle copy. So
that is a lot of love for that book.
Yeah.
I think you can do at least one Instagram post tomorrow on your day off. I think you can do it.
Yeah, I think I could too. Just like
just don't want to.
Peace and Turmoil. We'll see. Like I get lazy. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And I think I'll post something really cool and incredible. And then halfway through I'm writing it, my phone like just stops. And I'm like, oh dang.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping my post to like a sentence. That's the difference. I just take a photo and I'm done.
Yeah, you see, you and I think people
different
want
style.
Like thorough, informative stuff, and you're just like one sentence enough. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I gotta take a page out of your book and just put like, this book was amazing.
Exactly.
Art is awesome.
That's pretty much all I put.
Yeah.
So yeah, look out for Bigby's Instagram posts coming tomorrow. And
what time should I be posting it?
1 p.m. That's what I've decided.
Okay. All right.
And what else? Listen on Podbean, listen on YouTube, iTunes, Instagram, all that. Yeah. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Gracias.